She watched your story again. Third time this week. She liked that photo from 2 months ago at 2 a.m. She's everywhere, except your inbox. You're sitting there wondering what the hell is going on. Is she interested, playing games, or just bored? Here's what's really happening. She's not ignoring you because she doesn't care. She's watching you because she cares too much. And there's a psychological reason why her behavior makes perfect sense. Once you understand what she's actually doing, by the end of this, you'll know exactly what she's waiting for. And more importantly, how to flip the script entirely. Most men think modern dating is random, that women are unpredictable, that their behavior doesn't follow any logic. That's wrong. Every like, every story view, every late night scroll through your profile, it's all calculated. Not consciously, but psychologically. Her subconscious is running a program you don't understand. Here's the framework that explains everything. People fear losing emotional leverage more than they fear losing connection. Think about it. She'd rather maintain the mystery, the power dynamic, the control, than risk the vulnerability of reaching out first, because once she texts first, she's revealed her hand. She's given you the upper position. She's playing chess. You're still playing tag. The moment you understand this, everything changes, because you realize she's not distant. She's strategic, and strategy can be countered. Let me break down exactly what's happening in her mind. 5 psychological triggers that explain why she watches, but won't text. First, women initiate emotionally, not digitally. She viewed your story 3 times yesterday. You know because you checked. You waited for the text that never came. You probably even posted something else, hoping she'd bite. She didn't. But here's what you missed. Every view, every like, every subtle digital interaction is her way of initiating. She's not being passive. She's being indirect. In her mind, she's already made the first move. She's showing interest through attention. She's communicating through behavior, not words. The problem is you're speaking different languages. You want direct communication. She's giving you subtext. But here's the shift. If you react to every breadcrumb she drops, you're proving you need her validation. If you stay calm and detached, you're proving you don't. And that's what creates intrigue. Second, she's testing your emotional leadership. Every time she watches your story without responding, she's running a test. Are you patient or impulsive? Are you secure or needy? Do you chase or do you lead? Most men fail this test immediately. They see the view notification and think it's an invitation. They send the, "Hey, saw you viewed my story" message. They take the bait. Big mistake. She doesn't want you to react to her watching you. She wants to see if you can handle being watched without losing your composure. She's testing whether you need her attention or simply appreciate it. There's a massive difference. When you react to her digital presence, you're showing her that her smallest actions have power over you. You're communicating that you're monitoring her behavior, waiting for signs, hoping for something. When you don't react, you're showing her that you're focused on your own life, that her attention is nice, but not necessary. And that psychological stance, that's magnetic. Third, mirror neurons. She does what you do, not what she says. Here's something most men don't understand about female psychology. Women are incredibly sensitive to behavioral patterns. They mirror energy more than they respond to words. If you're constantly available, she becomes unavailable. If you're always reaching out, she becomes reactive. If you're chasing, she's running. But flip it around. If you're busy and focused, she becomes more present. If you're selective with your attention, she becomes more invested in earning it. If you're leading your own life, she starts following. This isn't manipulation, it's human nature. She's watching you because she's trying to read your energy. Are you desperate for her attention? Or are you genuinely living your life? Her subconscious is picking up on every signal you're sending. And right now, if you're wondering why she won't text first, you're probably sending the wrong signals. Fourth, her ego needs your pursuit more than your presence. This one's uncomfortable, but it's true. Part of her enjoys having you in orbit. Part of her likes knowing that you're thinking about her, checking if she's viewed your stories, wondering what her silence means. It's not evil, it's human. We all have egos. We all enjoy feeling desired, wanted, thought about. The difference is she's getting those ego hits without having to invest anything. She gets the validation of your attention without the vulnerability of reciprocating. But here's where it gets interesting. The moment you stop feeding her ego with your pursuit, something shifts. Suddenly, she's not getting those validation hits. Suddenly, she has to actually invest to get your attention. And that's when the dynamic flips. When you're no longer chasing, she starts searching. When you're no longer wondering about her, she starts wondering about you. When you stop needing her to text first, she starts wanting to. Fifth, the difference between curiosity and investment. She's curious about you. That's why she's watching. But curiosity isn't investment. Curiosity is passive. Investment is active. Right now, she can satisfy her curiosity without any risk. She can watch your stories, scroll through your photos, keep tabs on your life, all without having to reveal anything about herself. But curiosity has a shelf life. If it's never challenged, it fades. If it's never escalated, it dies. The only way to turn curiosity into investment is to make her work for the information she wants, to give her glimpses, not full access, to be interesting, but not completely available. When you stop volunteering everything about your life through constant posts and messages, she has to actually engage to find out what's happening with you. When you stop being predictable, she has to start investigating. And investigation, that's the beginning of investment. Here's the truth she won't tell you, but her behavior reveals. She's not watching you because she's done with you. She's watching you because she's conflicted about you. Part of her wants to reach out. Part of her is scared to. Part of her enjoys the tension. Part of her wants resolution, but she's waiting for you to make it safe for her to invest. She's waiting for you to prove that you're not desperately hanging on her every move. She's waiting for you to show her that you're living your own life, with or without her. The paradox is this. The more you need her to text first, the less likely she is to do it. The less you need her to text first, the more likely she becomes to want to. She won't text first, but she's waiting for you to stop needing her to. When you truly internalize this, when you stop checking if she's viewed your story, when you stop crafting posts hoping she'll react, when you stop living in the space between her attention and her silence, that's when everything changes. She's watching you, but the question isn't why she won't text first. The question is, what are you going to do with the fact that you know she's watching? The answer to that question will determine whether she stays a distant observer or becomes something more.